Hello all you magnificent people, Durpo the Magnificent here, and today it's Monday, Mystery Monday to be exact. The wheel has been spun and Slay the Spire has been selected. So, this is a good game. I have played this before. I know the last few games in Mystery Mondays are games that I knew nothing about. I know things about this game. I like this game a lot. This is a very, very good game. Right off the bat, I would highly recommend you buy this game. It is a deck-building roguelike. And I'm usually not a fan of deck-building games. I mean, Hand of Fate was an exception, but this... if you explain this game to me, I wouldn't go for it. I'd be like, that looks stupid. That looks boring. But it's very good. It's also a roguelike, and I love roguelikes. As you can see down here, this is an early access game, but it doesn't feel like an early access game. It feels almost complete, other than, well, of course, things like this. Locked character only available once it's out of access and stuff. But yeah, so you start with two characters, or rather you start with one, and you get the second. But yeah, we have the Ironclad, the remaining soldier of the Ironclad, sold his soul to harness demonic energies. And the Silent, a deadly huntress from the Foglands, eradicates foes with daggers and poisons. They each start with their own amounts of health and special things. And they each have their own set of cards. They each have like something like 300 cards each. It's ridiculous. But yeah, we're just going to play as the Ironclad today because the Silent is a little bit more complicated. So we're just going to go with the simple old Ironclad. And here we are. We have Mr. Big Ol' Whale. Act 1, Exordium. Another try. Yes, we'll talk to him. Choose. So, this is kind of the play screen here. We got a bunch of basic stuff. We got our health up here and our money and some potions and stuff we can hold on to. This is where our relics will go. These are just like minor upgrades and things like that. This guy starts out with Burning Blood. At the end of combat, heal for 6 health. It's pretty good. This is our deck. So we have 5 strike cards, 4 defends, and 1 bash. And these are very simple. Well, I'll explain what they do once we get into a battle. But yeah, so since we have made it to the first boss in our previous run, we get to choose between one of these things. Transform a card. Enemies in the next 3 combats have 1 health. Lose 8 max HP. Obtain a random relic. Random rare relic, or lose that and get a random boss relic. So let me look at the map. I'll explain these things in just a second, but I just very quickly want to see if we can perhaps get an elite 1, 2... Okay, so it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get an elite with the 1 HP. I'll explain what that means in a sec. I think I'm just going to go with transform a card, and I'm going to transform Bash because I'm not a big fan of Bash. If you do... Disarm's not great, whatever. If you do know things about this game, you'll probably be frustrated because there's going to be misplays. But anyway, yeah, so this thing over on the right tells you pretty much everything you need to know. Unknown, that's just like random event. Merchant, you buy stuff. Treasure, you get some stuff. Rest, you can heal or upgrade a card. Enemy, it's an enemy. Elite, it's an enemy, but tough. And you have to make it all the way up to the top where this boss is. This is the, I guess, first floor you'd call it, since most roguelikes go by floors, although technically each one of these rooms is a floor. So I'm not really sure what each of them is called. A realm, probably. A chapter. So you typically want to find the route with the most, like, campfires and stuff. And at least on the first floor, you want to go for elites, just because they can give you relics, and they're not too difficult to deal with on the first floor. We'll start here. Let's just start here. So, here we have the combat. Battle start. So, over here, we have our energy. It's very simple. You have energy, and each card takes up a certain amount of energy. All the basic cards just take up 1 energy, and this one gives me 5 blocks. So he wants to... It'll show us what our enemy is going to do right here, and it says he's going to do 12 damage. So we can block 5 of that for 1 energy, which I'm going to do, and then we can block another one, because we still have energy. We use that again. We got 1 energy left, no more blocks or anything, so we are going to take 2 damage this turn. So just do a little bit of damage to him, and then once that's all said and done, we end the turn. And now it's the enemy's turn. We know that he's going to strike for 12 damage, so we'll take 2, block 10 of it, and we move on. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and use this one. What this will do is, well, enemy loses 2 strength, so he's only going to do 10 damage from now on. So now we can fully block his attacks. Didn't manage to get in and attack that time around, but we've weakened him for the entirety of the battle, so that should make things slightly easier. And there we go. 10 damage blocked, no problem. Now he's only doing 5 damage, but there's also these green swirlies, which means he intends to inflict a debuff on me. So we want to block once, and we can strike twice. Easy, no problem. This over here is our discard pile, and this over here is our draw pile. Once you run out of cards in your draw pile, your discard just shuffles back into your draw. Super simple. So he's going to do 10 damage again. Oh yes, and he attacked us with weakened, meaning we do slightly less damage for 1 turn, indicated by the little number 1 there. So he's doing 10 damage again. We're just gonna not take any damage this turn and smack him. Taking it slow is fine. Like, you don't really have to blitz through these battles or anything like that, although it can be better to... I don't know. I like to take things slow and just block as much damage as I can. But, you know, if you want to go crazy and just... Because you get to decide how much damage you take. If I wanted to, I could just spend all 3 of my energy on strikes. That would only do 12 damage, though, and he has 15 health, so I want to block at least once, and then hit him twice, and then we'll kill him in the next turn. And he's going to once again weaken me, so that's for 2 turns. That's a little bit annoying. That's fine. We can kill him in this turn with the 2 strikes that we have. So he's dead. We've done it. We've defeated the first enemy. And we heal 6 at the end of each combat, so we basically didn't take any damage. Get a bit of gold and a card. Now here's the interesting part of the game. You may notice that there's a skip button here. You don't actually have to take a card. And that is where a lot of the depth in this game comes from, is that in a lot of deck building games, it kind of just feels like, well, I may be completely wrong here, because I have not played very many deck building games. I think, like, Hand of Fate's the only one I played. But anyway, it seems like the best thing you'd want to do is just grab a whole bunch of cards, and just keep grabbing every card you can get your hands on. But if you do that, then you flood your deck with a whole bunch of potentially mediocre cards, and then you spend lots of turns doing things that... or having to play cards that you may not want to use, and you're not going to get exactly what you want out of every draw, and it's interesting. So you got to find a balance between a big enough deck that you have a lot of variety in it, and a small enough deck so you actually get what you want when you draw. So we're going to go ahead and block once, kill that guy. Blocking was completely pointless. I should have just attacked that guy as well. That's fine. I'm probably going about this really, really quickly. That's because I'm really used to this game. Hopefully I'm not going too fast, although I don't think I am. Do we want to disarm this guy? Yeah, we'll disarm him and then strike twice. He's only giving us a debuff. He's not doing any damage, so we don't need to block. And what's he going to do? He's going to lick us, which will give us more frail. Frail means we just block less. That's fine. We got rid of some of his strength, so he's only doing 6 damage, and can we kill him this turn? Yes, we can. Boom. Dead. Got him. And he's dead. We didn't take any damage that time. Fantastic. I don't want any of these cards. They do things, but I don't want any of them. So the card that we added, by the way, is Headbutt. We get to deal 9 damage and place a card from our discard pile inside of our draw pile. It's really good if you get, like, a more powerful card later on. I don't really know what kind of build I'm going to be going for at the moment, so we're just gonna go for it at the moment. So we want to hit both of these guys so that they lose they'll curl up just a bit, and then we can defend. We're gonna take a little bit of damage here. Exactly 6 damage. No, 5 damage. Yeah, 6. I'm stupid. There we go. Now we can actually just finish off both of them. That was an easy fight. Awesome. So yeah, some of the fights are real easy. And we got a potion. Awesome. So that's a regen potion. We can pop that whenever it's our turn. It doesn't consume any energy to use or anything like that, and we just heal HP for a few turns. So I think I'm gonna pick up Heavy Blade. This is... A lot of cards will just be like, you're looking for one specific card to sort of carry you through. Heavy Blade, I'm going to try and make that the card that carries me through. So this is a chest, it gives you a relic, and this is the Dream Catcher. So whenever I rest at a campfire, I can add a card to my deck like I do after the end of a battle. So that's that, pretty cool. And on to another battle. We have Mr. Jawworm and the Acid Slime, medium. Okay, so they are intending to do a lot of damage to me, and unfortunately, I only have 1 defend. So, this is the card I picked up earlier. Deal 14 damage. Strength affects the Heavy Blade 3 times. So, you can, like, get different cards to add strength or whatever, and the more strength you add, this thing just gets up to absurd levels of damage. Right now, it only does about twice as much as a regular strike. So, you know, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and use this on Slimy Boy back here, because he'll give us debuffs, so we want to get rid of him. We are going to take a big chunk of damage this time around, but that's fine. Alrighty, what do we got for the next turn? Alright, I think we do want to disarm this guy. He intends to do some damage. Yeah, we'll do that. and then we'll defend to block that 5 damage, and then we will headbutt here, and then get our heavy blade back so we get that next turn. Perfect. So we will block all the damage. If all goes well, we shouldn't take any more damage for the rest of this battle, and we'll be able to heal it up. Oh wait, no, we're at 64, not 74. Whoops. Turbo's bad at math. Okay, yeah, we'll just do 2 defends to block all that damage and finish off Mr. Slimy Boy. Never mind, we have been weakened by Mr. Slimy Boy. Gosh dang it. Mr. Slimy Boy, why you do this to me? Yes, yes, lick me all you want, you gross little thing. 5 damage, but not if we smack this guy. And then we can block it and just do another strike to that guy and end our turn. So it's in the early game, it's not terribly exciting, but it'll get there. We just have to block once, then heavy blade him, do a decent amount of damage to him. You're not gonna get through my shields. It's not working, Mr. Jaw. It's not. It's just not. We're gonna defend twice and then give you a big ol' headbutt. Get heavy blade back. Perfect. This is all going swimmingly. Yes, yes, deal 9 damage. Ha, you didn't do it. I blocked it all. Hehehehe. Ooh, you're gonna buff yourself up. Well, we can't have that, Mr. Jawworm. Or maybe we can. Okay, he's still alive. 20 damage was not enough. And he's angry. Oh, he got some strength, which negated the fact that I got rid of some strength earlier. Well, hopefully we can finish him off. Yes, we can. Just heavy blade, I don't care. And he's dead. Fantastic. Moving on up. Dexterity potion. Huzzah! So we get dexterity, which increases the amount of stuff we can block. Armaments is probably the best one here. We'll just take it. I'll go ahead and show you what that does. You gain 5 block, and then you can upgrade a card in your hand for the rest of combat. And since we are at a campfire, I can explain upgrading cards. So, you get to a campfire, you can either rest to give you 30% of your maximum health, or you can upgrade a card. I'm going to upgrade a card because I really haven't lost much, and I'm going to upgrade armaments. So you can upgrade all cards once, except for one exception, but we're not going to talk about that. So, armaments plus, and what this does is it upgrades all the cards in your hand for the rest of combat, which is very, very good. So, what I just did, you get to upgrade 1 card, but that card, when I play it, will upgrade all of the cards in my hand for the rest of the combat, which is fantastic. Okay.
As you come to a dead end and begin to turn around, walls slam down from the ceiling, trapping you. 3 faces materialize from the walls and speak. Forget what you know, and I'll let you go.
I require change to see a new space. If you want to pass me, then you must grow.
So, we have the choice to forget, change, or grow. Remove a card from your deck, which, as we discussed, keeping a small deck can be a good thing, so removing a card is actually a good thing. Change, transform a card to your deck, or grow, upgrade a card. We're going to upgrade a card, because friggin' why not? We're going to upgrade the Heavy Blade, which means that strength affects this by 5 times instead of 3 times, so it will become even more powerful once we get cards to actually give us strength. At the moment, it's not that great, but whatever. And then we can upgrade another card, because we're here at the campfire again. Headbutt, disarm. I mean, loses 3 strength, that might be good. Deal 12 damage, that's not amazing. 12 damage is okay. I guess we'll just upgrade Disarm. Not really too much of a point to doing that, but whatever. And then do we want to go for another campfire? You know what? There's not really a point, because we don't really have anything we want to upgrade, so we'll just go to the question mark. Another chest. And we got the strawberry. Raise your max HP by 7. Not amazing, but it's, you know, it's free HP. So why not take it? And we got a store! Welcome! Ah, yes. So, the things at these stores are typically incredibly expensive, but also very worth it. Regal Pillow... these are some pretty good ones. Double Tap is fantastic. I think I want Double Tap. Double Tap would be super great. Choose an attack. Upgrade it. Regal Pillow. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go for Double Tap here. Typically on the first floor you don't have much money, so I can't really buy anything else after that, but that's fine. So we're going to move on to the question mark. Ah, it's a battle. God dang it, and it's a slaver. I hate these guys. Okay, so we are going to... There's not... We're going to go ahead and disarm this guy, because I hate him, and then we're just going to defend twice and try and take as little damage from these guys as possible. We are still taking 17 damage, which is not great, but... And he's also corrosive, which puts us, it gives us a wound that's, again, not great. Armaments. All of these are upgraded, so now they do 9 damage and we gain 8 block, which is amazing. We really want to take out the Slaver first, because he can do some nasty stuff to us. Yeah, just scraping for now makes us vulnerable, which means we take more damage. He does 15 now. That's a lot. Oh, now he's doing 10. Okay, this is the bad bit. This is his bad turn. I hate this attack so much. We're just gonna have to Heavy Blade and block. And just hope we get a lot of blocks in the next turn, because what he does sucks. Entangle. He's going to throw a net at us. So now, next turn, we just can't attack at all. So, he's the worst. I hate him. We did get a few, let's armaments first, so these give us more block. Awesome. So we will be blocking all the damage this turn, thankfully. So it wasn't too bad. Thankfully. Yes, give me a corrosive spit. Alright, you're looking to do 10 damage to me, Mr. Sir. I do not quite like that, so yeah, there's not really much of a point to headbutting, other than it just does... Oh no, these do the exact same amount of damage. So we're just going to do a lot of damage to you, and we're not actually going to be able to block all of it. You're still going to do 2 damage, but, you know, it's not too much. We're fine. He's licking us, though. Little jerk. How is he licking us? He doesn't even have a tongue. Okay, we're just going to strike this guy to not kill him. Why did you have to lick me, you fool? Well, I'll just lick him and then block, and then we'll be fine. Stupid wound cards. So, this is a status card. They're typically unplayable. Sometimes they even do bad things. This one is just unplayable. It just takes up a slot. So it's just annoying. But that's fine. Thankfully, we won't be taking any damage. She will make us vulnerable, though, and he's going to lick us again with his non-existent tongue. Is he licking us with his eyeballs? That's gross. Okay, so... we want to Heavy Blade. And then, I guess, armaments? Yeah, because we're going to want a bit of block, because he's doing a nice wedge of damage. Haven't gotten to use double tap yet, but that's fine. Double tap basically just the next attack you use, just you get to use it twice. It's real good in certain situations. So we can actually use it on this turn. We can double tap the headbutt. Bam! So we get to play it twice, which means we get to get 2 cards into the back there, which is... yeah, that's pretty cool. We don't actually get 2 double taps, though. Yeah, okay. No, yeah, we're fine. Awesome. And he's not doing anything, so we're just going to double tap, strike, and he's dead. Fantastic. So we took a hefty amount of damage that time around, but that's okay. We got a weight potion, that's pretty good. Ooh, Flame Barrier is pretty good. We're gonna go with Flame Barrier. Flame Barrier is very good. Just gives us a lot of block that does damage to enemies when they hit us. So that's awesome. Let's fight an elite. Ah, Mr. Lagavulin. Lagavulin. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that. We're gonna go armaments, and there's not really a point to playing that, so we're just going to double tap, strike, and he wakes up. Great. So now he's angry, and he will begin doing very large amounts of damage. But for now, he's stunned, so we don't have to worry about that. And here comes the incredibly large damage, and we have 0 block. Good, good. So just, I guess just hit him. Should probably make him weak. Yeah, we're gonna try and make him weak, which will make him do even less damage. That's fine. For 3 turns... yeah, I feel like that's worth using. Potions you shouldn't ever really be too stingy with, because you get a lot of them, so there's not really a point to hanging on to them as long as you can. So, you know, that's something you'd typically start, at least that's what I did when I started the game, is I saved all my potions for the boss fight, which is typically not a good thing to do. Dying it! Dying it. Awesome. So I got that again, on a turn where he's not actually attacking. Thanks, bro! Really being helpful there. Siphon Soul. Okay, so now he's going to do evil things. So now I do slightly less damage and block slightly less. I am not enjoying this man at all. Give me Flame Barrier back and Heavy Blade? Yeah, give me Heavy Blade. We're gonna need to take this guy down as fast as possible. He's still doing a good chunk of damage. Oh, he negated his debuffs as well. Shoot. Okay, well, we finally have the Flame Barrier on a turn when he's attacking, but we can't actually use the Heavy Blade, and I should have known that, but I didn't, so I'm dumb. That's fine, we'll still be able to do at least 5 damage to him and back off. Blocking all of it, and he will take 6 damage because we used the Flame Barrier. Whoa-hi! So now he's down to 30 health. Okay. Let's go... No, there's no point. We'll do Heavy Blade, Headbutt, and get Heavy Blade back. Perfect. So we should be able to kill him next turn. He is siphoning our soul again, though, so we are doing less damage. So we may not be able to kill him this turn, depending on what cards we get. We got Heavy Blade, which does only 4 damage right now. I forgot. That also affects backwards. So since we do 2 less, that's affected by 5 times. So we do 10 less. I never noticed that. That's very bad. But we should be able to finish him off here. Ooh, double tap just in case. Yes, okay. He's finally dead. Dead man. Awesome. So we got the pen nib. Every 10th attack will do double damage. That's very good. We're still not getting anything that gives us any strength, which is rather unfortunate. I think we'll just go with Cleave. Yeah, Cleave's okay. It's an okay card. We'll take it. And onward to the next battle. Hey, this is a fantastic one to have Cleave on. Like, because there's just so many enemies. We're going to play Flame Barrier, of course, because every one of these little douchebags is going to try and hit us right in the face, and we don't want that. And we're just going to hit the weakest guy right back here. Yeah, that'll be fine. Perfect. So we're not blocking all the damage, but we are blocking a decent amount of it, and this guy will actually kill himself because of the flame damage. Flame Barrier. Pretty great. And hopefully we'll get that other one. Cleave, yes. So that does 7 damage to all enemies. These guys all have 6 health, so all of you are dead. I love it. It's wonderful. Infernal Blade's good. We'll go with Infernal Blade. Infernal Blade's fun. I like Infernal Blade. More worms. Worms are annoying, but that's fine. They are going to attack, so Flame Barrier would be absolutely fantastic to use. And will that block at all? It will not, so we will also defend. Yeah, that should be fine. We'll deal damage eventually, but... Oh yeah, this will get rid of all their curl-ups, if I remember. Will it? No, it won't. Frick. That's annoying. Crap. Okay, but we can finish one of them off. And I think we will do that. We can finish any of them off, but we're going to finish you off. And then we have Infernal Blade. I think I'll use Infernal Blade. So what that does is it gives us a free card, just a random attack that we get to use for free. So now we have Uppercut, which is 13 damage, which is enough to finish off more of these guys. We could just kill him and take no damage this turn. Huzzah! I love Infernal Blade. It is my favorite. Oh, and he's Spitting Web to make me weak. Well, frick you too, boy. I'm just gonna Armaments and kill you dead. Or not. I take it back. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to affirm you. Affirm you? Offend you, Mr. Louse. Talking is not my strong suit, but die. Killing you is. Fantastic. Give us a card. Inflame is great. There's also Flex. Flex is also fantastic. We're going to want... Let's go with Inflame, since it's just, like, permanent stuff. And we get one thing before the boss. We're definitely going to rest here because we're below half health. Typically, that's not a good spot to be at when you're about to fight a boss. Oh, yes, because we have Dreamcatcher, we get one of these. We're going to go Shrug It Off, because it just gives us block, and it's wonderful and amazing, and it's just a good block card. Ah! Slime Boss. Very creative name, by the way. I would just love to point that out. We're going to Flame Barrier and Disarm. Also... I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of these cards say exhaust on them. What that means is it just goes away for the rest of the combat. You probably figured that out by now, but I'm just going to go ahead and tell you straight to your face, because why not? I'm going to go ahead and drink this potion, why not? So I'll do that and stuff. Ooh, should we weaken this guy? No, because he'll do a strong attack later on, so we'll just wait for now. We are blocking all the damage, but he's also going to debuff us. Ah, withdraw reduction. So now we draw one less card for 2 turns. So this guy's special thing is once he gets down to half health, he will split into 2 smaller slimes. I say special. It's not really that special, but that's fine. Armaments, so then we can get... yeah, we'll do this. We got Cleave, which doesn't do as much damage. We'll just use that. Move along. Fantastic. And he's preparing his massive attack of death. Which, yeah, 32 damage. That's a lot. So we're going to make him weak, so he only does 24, and we only have 1 defend. Great. I'm going to go ahead and use Infernal Blade, because we can sometimes get some good stuff. Anger. Anger's kind of fun. So it does 4 damage, and it's free, so you can just use it whenever. It's 4 free damage, but then it makes a copy. So now I have 2 of those in my deck, and they just slowly build up over time and do more and more damage, and it's absolutely ridiculous. Oh, that was... I used Pen Nib. That was the 10th attack. Dang. Well, I could have used that a bit better. He did a lot of damage to me, which is fine, because now he's only doing 4. Yes, Inflame! So now we finally have 2 strength, which will make our Heavy Blade much more powerful. It's the exact same no matter what we do, so we're just gonna double tap, just like that. Fine. Fantastic. And he'll do 4 damage. We don't have any block to block that. Gosh dang it. He's doing draw reduction again. That's fine. And he's preparing another slime jump death attack. And we're not gonna have any of it. We are gonna have some of it. Actually, no. We'll just interrupt him. So now he will break into 2 slimes that have 63 health. It's typically good to get him as low as possible in 1 turn so that when he splits, the slimes have lower health. It's pretty good. So these guys will also split when you get them on half health, which is not great. There we go, another anger. We're just going to go ahead and use Flame Barrier to block all the incoming damage, and I think we'll just work down this guy first, since he's intending on debuffing us, and I don't like that. He's going to debuff us too. What a jerk. Well, he took some damage for it, and he gave us 2 whole wound cards. Frick that guy. We'll do a cleave and a strike. Can we split? Oh, he's already splitting. Good. So we want to do just a little bit more damage to him. So now he'll split into 2 21 damage slimes, which is... it's bad, but it's not anything we can't handle. Perfect. And they're all debuffing us this time. Unfortunate, because we don't really have many attacks. So we'll Armaments, double tap, Headbutt to do 21 damage. In fact, we should do both of them on this guy. And we want Heavy Blade and Flame Barrier back. And we'll end the turn. And he's splitting into 2 19 health slimes. Fantastic. We probably should have brought Cleave back, actually, because Cleave would help a lot versus these tiny men, especially since they're frailing the frick out of us. Alright, so most of them intend to attack this time. So we're going to use Flame Barrier, and we're going to anger these guys. That's not actually enough block, so he's going to use another block. That's fine. Bringing Heavy Blade back was probably not the smartest thing to do, but that's okay. He caught fire, and we took a slight bit of damage. And they're licking us again. Stop licking us, you gross... Again, they don't got tongues. Where are they? How do they want it in the air? I don't even know. We're gonna shrug it off, deal a bunch of damage, get some block, and, you know, stuff. Get some more block. Cleave all these fools. Luckily, these guys don't split, or rather, unluckily. We're gonna take a hefty sum of damage this turn. Just about 9... No, not 9 damage. 7, 8, 15. I can math. Math is easy. I definitely know how to math. Okay, so we cannot kill a man. I mean, we can kill a man. But do we want to kill a man? Oh, we can kill multiple men. Say, we're going to kill that guy, and then kill that guy, and then bring back... Cleave? Do we want Cleave? How much health do they have? They have 8. We'll bring back Cleave. And then we can defend. Frick it, why not? So this boss has been promptly killed. We did take a fair amount of damage from him, but that's just fine. And ooh, we can double tap Cleave, boy, and they're both dead. Yeah! The first boss has been defeated. We get 103 gold and a golden card. Alright, Impervious is probably the best here. Yeah, we'll go with Impervious. And then we get a boss chest, which gives us a relic. I quite like Astrolabe. I also really like Black Star. Choose and transform 3 cards. That sounds pretty good. Black Star is cool, but Elites are really difficult on the site. We're just going to take Astrolabe. Why not? And then we will pick 3 strikes. And we got Uppercut, Rage Plus, and Perfected Strike Plus. Damn it. Well, that's fine. And we're on to the second act. Act, not chapter. Act 2 of the city. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here, because we have been going for a half hour. A probably very long and boring half hour, but I think it was fun. I love this game. This game is amazing. I'm not a fan of card games, just kind of in general, but this game is amazing. It's so well done, and it's only in early access. I highly, highly, highly recommend this game. The price is up there on the screen. It's like 16 bucks if I remember correctly, and it's worth every penny. It's awesome. I love this game so much. So yeah, go buy it. Anyway, that is going to do it for this episode of Mystery Mondays. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you'll have a magnificent day. Turbo the Magnificent out.